Welcome to lesson 95, volume of right solids. Our objective is I can find the volume of right solids. So a right solid is a geometric solid whose sides are perpendicular to the base. So the volume of a right solid we can find by finding the area of the base here, the area of the base times the height. That will give us this whole volume. So the area of the base times the height. So if the base of the solid is a polygon, the solid is called a prism. So here, cubes are right square prisms, right? You may have heard of cubes. Or right triangular prisms. Here's some drawings of some. Or we can have, if the if the bottom is a circle, then we have a right circular cylinder, or I just call them cylinders most of the time. So let's try finding the volume of one. So let's find the volume of a right triangular prism. The dimensions are in centimeters. We'll show two views of the prism. So if I have a prism that looks like this, I need to turn it on its side so that it looks like that. The reason why I'm turning it on its side, because whenever I have a prism like that, I want the weird shape, in this case the weird shape is a triangle, to be on the top and bottom, right? So I have the weird shape, the triangle being on the top and bottom. Those are the sides that change, right? The height is the same no matter where I am on the shape. So the volume of this cylinder is equal to the area of the base times the height. So the area of this base, this has a base of a triangle. So is 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. In this case, I can choose either one. I'm going to choose 3 to be the base of the triangle and 4 to be the height of the triangle. And then I'm going to multiply it by the overall height of the prism, which is 6. That'll give me the whole volume. So 1/2 times 3 times 4 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Since we're in centimeters, I'm going to be in cubic centimeters. So the volume of this whole shape is 36 cubic centimeters. Okay, let's take a look at another one. The diameter of this right circular cylinder is 20 centimeters. Its height is 25 centimeters. What's the volume? And we're going to leave pi as pi. So let's mark what I know. The diameter is 20 centimeters. Okay, I know that the height of all of this is 25 centimeters. So how do I find the volume? Well, the volume of any of these is the area of the base times the height. The area of a base, in this case, is a circle. So I'm going to have the pi times the radius squared times the height will give me the volume of this shape. So now I just need to search for what I'm looking for. So I know I'm going to leave pi as pi, right? I know that I need to find the radius here. The radius will be half of 20, which is 10. So I'm going to have 10 squared times the height, which is 25. So 10 squared is 100. 100 times pi is 100 pi. Now I just need to multiply it times 25. 25 times 100 is 2,500. So for my overall answer, I'm going to have 2,500 pi. And my units are in centimeters. So I'm going to have cubic centimeters. So my overall volume is 2,500 times pi cubic centimeters. Let's try one last one together. Patrick stores gardening tools in a shed with the dimensions shown. Let's find the approximate volume of the shed. So, whenever I call these compound shapes. Do you see how I kind of have this triangular prism here? Wow, this is a really bad drawing. Let's try that again. So I'm going to have this sort of triangular prism on the top, and it's on top of this rectangular prism. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the volume of each shape I'll take the volume of each shape and I'm going to add them together. So the volume of let's start with the rectangular prism. It's going to be the base times the height. The area of the base looks to me like, well, it looks like a rectangle. So that's going to be 8 times 10 feet 2 inches. First thing I need to do, looks like they're being tricky on me, I need to convert everything into either feet or everything into inches. So I'm going to convert everything into feet. So I'm going to take this 10 feet 2 inches and turn it into 10 and 2/12, which I'm going to reduce down to 10 and 1/6 feet. So I have 10 and 1/6 times 8 times whatever the height is. Looks like the height is 7 for that whole shape. So let's see. 1/6 is 0.166666 repeating on forever. Let's add 10 to that. That'll give me 10.166666 on forever times 8 is 81.3 repeating times 7, which gives me 569.3 repeating. And since we're doing an approximation, I'm going to I'll round down to 569. Looks like we're in feet, so cubic feet. Now let's find that triangular prism on top. Remember, I need to flip it so that I have the triangle on the top and bottom. And then I'll have the height be the actual length. Looks like the height of our prism is 10 and 1/6 feet, right? Because it's this distance right here. Then I know the height of the triangle is 2 feet. And I know that the length of the the length of the triangle is 8 feet. So, the volume of this shape is the area of the base, which is 1/2 times 8 times 2. So the area of the base is 8. And then 8, so I need to take that and multiply it by 10 and 1/6. 8 times 10 and 1/6 is 81 and 1/3. But let's approximate now. Let's round down to 81 cubic feet. And let's add the two volumes together. So 569 plus 81 rounds to about 650 cubic feet once I add those together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.